All right, I'm on my way, incoming. I hope, as we know, this is all about trial and error. Must be sicking of that introduction already. Hi, welcome to Let's Be Frank, and also known as The Way I See It. Titled that way because everything that I speak about here is basically my opinion, and what I talk about is basically the way I see it. I'm also choosing the title Let's Be Frank because I'd like us to be exactly that. Polite but frank. So let's be frank, I don't have much time right now. Time is limited, as we all know, and I'm on my way to work. Work being an evening job starting in about half an hour. I am off on my way to work at a restaurant. Yes, many people ask me, what is it that I do? Besides vlogging and besides writing and a copywriter and a tour guide, I also work in a restaurant at night. Because let's be frank, one job these days is not enough to pay the bills. So I'm very fortunate. I work in a pretty upmarket restaurant in the center of the city. We get many clients. We enjoy a great clientele of regular clients, international people, as well as celebrities. So my job is pretty easy. I'm not a manager in any way. I'm not a hostess. I, in fact, am a waiter or a server, as you call it in America or elsewhere. I'm not sure. So all I do at night, I leave the chefs to do their amazing job. I have a conversation with the guest and I carry out food. I absolutely love my job because basically it's an extension of what I already do, being qualified in marketing and promotions, being qualified as a tour guide. And so that's all I do. I combine all of these activities of talking, which I think by now you know that I like to do. I love people. The product and the brand that I work for is amazing. I love that. So I have almost a dream job. And some friends of mine would email me after a long time of contact and they'd ask how I am. And now the other day I answered and replied, to say perfect would be, what is the word I'm looking for? Almost ridiculous, because yes, I do almost have a perfect life, save for a few shortcomings, and of course my own personal shortcoming as not being perfect. But I have it pretty easy. My job only starts at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I have a full day free to myself to do and pursue other activities, most of which concerns doing research, being in, on top of the news, etc., and also some copywriting. I used to have quite a regular income with regards to my tour guide activities, but the person who was responsible for sourcing that business to me seemed to have stopped that, which is rather a pity. I have not asked him as to why he's done that or why the business has slowed down. We've had a bit of ups and downs, but for almost, I think, 7 months now, I haven't been able to guide or take tourists out at all during the day, which has had a huge impact on my income because, as I said, it's not easy having just one job and to pay the bills. In my case, I used to have three sources of income. And it was important to have more than one revenue stream because, as some of you may or may not know, if you getting onto this video for the first time, I'm a Muslim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm a Muslim, and as such, also there are certain prescribed rules and regulations with regards to being a Muslim and following the ideology of Islam that you have to adhere to. And one of these things, or one of the 5 fundamental pillars of Islam, one requirement is that for at least once in your lifetime, you should embark on a journey to the Holy Land, which is in Mecca. And as a Muslim, if you can afford it, once in your lifetime, only if you can afford it, should you undertake this journey. It is a journey to the Holy Land. It follows in the paths of the prophets, and it is also incumbent upon you as a Muslim, but only if you can afford it. I have to stress this. So most people that end up going, both in the past but more recently, are people that are older. They are beyond 70 years old, and they tend to then make the journey and the pilgrimage, as we call it, to Mecca. And once you've gone to Mecca, you go on Hajj, which is known as the pilgrimage, and you come back as a Haji. This is every Muslim's desire. You cannot be a Muslim, I believe, if you don't have the desire to fulfill this. And most of us Muslims tend to do so at a later stage in our lives. And the reason for this and why I'm bringing all this, and let me just tie a ribbon around it because I have to go soon, is that the money that you need for a journey, and in today's calculations being April 14th, 2015, is that you need at least 50,000 rands, or on average 5,000 US dollars for a journey to Mecca, and let's say for a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks. $5,000 is a lot of money, and for some people it may not be, for those especially who has the means to do so. But what is key about this is that the funds and the money that you use in order to go on this journey should be halal. Now, most of you might not wonder or know what halal is and what it means. Basically, it means permissible. Halal means permissible. Haram, which is totally the opposite of haram, which is not permissible. Basically you have halal and haram. And the reason why you should have halal money, or the money that you should use to go on this trip, should be money that has been earned in a halal manner, in a permissible manner. It should not be money that you have gained from playing the lotto. It should not be gambling money, for example. It should not be money that you have gained from an illegal or haram revenue stream. And this brings me back to why it is so necessary for me to have 2 revenue streams. At this stage, the restaurant that I work in serves alcohol and it sells alcohol. So whatever money that I earn has been from the sales of alcohol. Thus, the money is not halal. The money that I earn is haram. And I cannot use, no matter how much of that money that I make, which pays my other bills, no matter how much money of that money that I make when I earn it in the restaurant, can be used for my trip to Mecca, which inshallah it is something that I hope to do within 3 years. So from now, or for the last 2 years, I've been saving, and the revenue source as a tour guide is what I've managed to save, because that revenue source is halal. The money that I take tourists out for, or the money that I earn on a tour, is halal money. The money that I earn in the restaurant, made from the sales, or at least part of it made from the sales of alcohol, is not halal. So I can't use that money. So for the last 7 months, not having earned any halal money due to the drying up of the tour source, it has been pretty hard, because I haven't been able to save 1 halal cent or 1 halal dollar towards my journey to Hajj. So this has been a pretty stressful time for me, as far as, paying my bills, and normally I'm just making ends meet, and alhamdulillah, praise be to the Almighty, that is all that I need for now. So I'm hoping that you understand the difference between halal and haram, but whatever way it is time for me to go to work, whether it is halal or haram. I have to go to work. I love and leave you. I'll see you on the other side, and keep watching. Bye.